genealogical tribe of people, because Hawaiians had no written language, so they would hand down their history just through word of mouth, which they called wala'au, talk story. And so this heiau was built by the original Menahunis that came over here back in 500 AD, and they dedicated it to the king of Kauai, King Kauai. And so this was an important one. Over there on the left corner, you can see a flat rock up there. That was the birthing stone. And what they would do is they would, the Hawaiian royalty women would give birth right there, and then they would take the umbilical cord, place it in a crack on the rock in front of that, and then watch over it for a few days. And if the rats didn't take the umbilical cord, that meant that kid was going to be the next king.
Oh.
So this was a spot where they would choose who's going to be the next king or ruler of Kauai, or the next chief. So this had an important thing that they did at this heiau. And so I think of it as having a lot of mana. Mana is the Hawaiian word for spiritual power. They originally would have had a shark skin drum in here, and then they would have had a thatched roof hut also. And this isn't a kamani tree right here, that's a Hawaiian tree. And so we'll be seeing a lot of these Hawaiian trees in all the beach parks. I notice that's where most of them are. So another way they could figure out who is going to be the next chief is if she gave birth and then all of a sudden a rain cloud appeared above it and then a rainbow showed up, that kid would be the next chief. You can see a big boulder in the background there. That's a bell stone, and they would pound on that with a rock, and it would make a bell-like noise to draw people into the heiau. So this area of Wailua was reserved just for the ruling class. The commoners were not allowed here, and they had so many people on the island, they had it divided up into 62 different ahupua'a, and that's the word for pie-cut land division. And each one had its own chief. Most of them were just the commoners. They were commoners. They did the work, the farming, the hunting, the gathering. So the commoners were the biggest numbers, and then Wailua was reserved just for the ruling class, the elite. So that's why they have heiaus right here in Wailua. And there's at least 5 different heiaus that are still here. So it's rich with archaeology in this valley right here. So you're going to be taking a tour up the river with some real Hawaiians.